Hello friends, and welcome back to week 2 of the Back to Basics series. We are starting off our week with bis, tris, and shoulders. If you clicked on this video and you're like, what the heck is Back to Basics? I am doing a whole month of workouts each week. We are focusing on different things, but the main focus is coming back to the basics, the essential moves. And you can find a workout calendar in the description box. Now, let's get into our workout. Okay, so for our workout, bis, tris, and shoulders, it's going to be about 15 minutes. There's no repeats in this. We're going to do 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. That's the perfect amount of time for strength training focused workouts. If you have a little bit of extra time, feel free to run this workout more than once. If you do it twice, you'll have a half-hour workout, okay? You can even do 3 times if you're feeling it adventurous. It'll be 45 minutes, okay? But for us busy women, you can do it just once for 15 minutes. Okay, and you're just going to need a pair of dumbbells. I would say on the lighter side for the arm stuff, but if you have a variety of dumbbells, feel free to bring them over because some moves we may be a little bit stronger in versus others, so it's good to have options. But I'm just going to have one set for ease of use purposes. All right, guys, so let's get into the workout. All right, so I have my dumbbells here. We're gonna be moving from one move to the next pretty quickly. So before I start the timer, because I'm only gonna have 5 seconds before we start, I wanted to show you the first move here, which is gonna be a dumbbell bicep curl. So palms are up, elbows tucked, and we're just gonna curl up and back down. Okay, so nice and easy. That's how we're gonna start this workout off. One and go. My hair always gets caught on my mic. It's too long. But okay, so back to basics, right? We're talking about back to basics, so let's talk about the basics of a bicep curl. A couple things we should be thinking about. Keeping our core nice and tight so we're not swinging. If you have to swing to curl, that move is probably too heavy. We need to drop the weight and focus on form. Elbows are tight at the sides, just the forearms are moving. We make sure our wrists are straight and squeeze that bicep at the top. Okay, lots of little things to work on. 2, 1, and rest. All right, nice work with that. Next thing we're gonna do is a reverse bicep curl. So we just did a regular one, the reverse grip, palms are down, and we're curling up. And notice I'm on a little bit of an angle. I'm almost coming out like a V or a W. Okay, a couple seconds. 2, 1, and go. And this move is gonna work a little bit more the forearms. You still get a little bit of bicep action. You may need lighter weight for these. Okay. This does also help with grip strength. So if you have any pain in your wrists, you can't hold heavier things for very long, this will help support you in that. 15 seconds. We want a nice, slow and controlled pace, not super fast, but also not super slow. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. All right, next thing is a top alternating shoulder press. I'm gonna kneel just so you can see me in the frame. You can actually do this kneeling. You'll feel it a little bit more in your core. You won't have as much help from your legs. We're gonna start with our arms up. We're gonna alternate pressing. 2, 1, and go. So your arms being up, that's kind of like your resting point. When we come down, we make sure the elbow comes out almost into a 90-degree angle. You can bring the elbow slightly forward. We don't want it straight out to the side, a little bit of an angle. We're just pressing straight up. Remember to keep our core tight. Hips tucked. It's gonna be a nice straight line. 10 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. All right, next thing we have is a single arm overhead tricep extension. So 1 dumbbell we need. We're gonna have our arm up. I'm using my right. I'm going to hold my right below my elbow, bending the forearm back into the side, and then straightening up. So it's a little bit of a diagonal. And go. So I don't know if you could see my angle here. Turned around so you can see it a little better. This move can be a little awkward at first, but it is a really good move. And again, I'm just using my hand to kind of hold my arm in place. My forearm is doing all the work. And we just want to get parallel. You don't want to sink too far down. That puts a lot of stress on your tendon. You might get tennis elbow, some irritation. We don't want that. We get about 5 seconds, then we're going to switch to the other arm. 2, 1, and rest. All right, let's switch arms now that we know what we're doing. This side might feel a little bit harder or easier if you have a weaker side, so be mindful of that. I'm just gonna chill here with my arm up. Got about 5 seconds. 2, 1, and go. And let's remember our breathing. I'm drilling it into your head over this series. Breathe in on the way down, out on the way up. You always want to breathe out when you're executing the move, doing the most work. This one's burning my muscles. I hope it's burning yours too, because that means it's working. 10 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Very nice. Next one is a curl to press. This one's gonna be a little challenging. We're fighting gravity, okay? So you're gonna start with your arms out, curl, press, keeping your palms facing you the whole time. So we're just lifting our arms straight up, back down, okay? 1, and go. All right, when we release, we're straightening out. We're not letting our arms sink down, okay? So try to keep them nice and high if you can. If the weight's too heavy, try to go body weight. It will still burn, I promise. Ten seconds. And this is one where you don't need a lot of weight to feel it. 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're gonna go into some flies. So we wanna stick our butt back, okay? So our back is flat. We don't wanna have any rounding or arching. We're gonna do palms facing you, and we're going to fly. 2, 1, and go. So elbows are bent a little bit, really pinching those upper back muscles and behind the shoulders, okay? Doing reverse flies. For behind the shoulders, really helps with posture. Rarely do we work those muscles directly. This is another move that doesn't really need a lot of weight. If you work out at a gym, you may have seen like a reverse fly machine. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're still working on the reverse flies. We're gonna switch it to palms facing away from you, okay? So we did palms in, now we're doing palms out. You're gonna notice a difference in the way it works, that muscle, and how it feels. 2, 1, and go. Looks good. We have about 20 seconds. Keep going, guys. We're almost there. I know this burns. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. All right, guys. Next move we have is upright rows. So last week we did single arm upright rows with the front raise. We're just gonna focus on regular ones. So palms are facing you. We're gonna pull straight up towards the chin, elbows out, and back down. 1, and go. Notice we're doing both arms at the same time. Again, if you had a barbell or a bar, you can do this with a straight bar. Okay, dumbbells. You might notice, one arm lags a little bit. They have to work in unison. And as I'm pulling up, my elbows are going out. We should really feel this more in our upper backs, because when I lift up, I'm pinching my upper back muscles together. And really keeping the arms pretty close to our bodies, pulling straight up. 2, 1, and rest. All right, next up we have some tricep kickbacks. So again, butt out, back flat. We're gonna pull our elbows out to our sides like we were to do a row. Lock those elbows in. We're gonna extend the forearms back. 2, 1, and go. And notice I'm going slow and controlled. We're not swinging and using momentum. That takes the muscle burn out of it, and then you're essentially just wasting your time. When we extend, we really want to squeeze. You can even hold it there for a second if you want an extra burn. Ten seconds. 2, 1, and rest. All right, next up we have Zottoman curls. Okay, I actually don't even know. I get this name confused with another curl name. The bicep curl I do doesn't really have a name, so I just call them Zottoman curls. So basically, palms up, we're gonna curl, rotate, down. Hammer curl, rotate, down. 1, and go. So each time you're curling up, you're gonna rotate. So you get 1 regular bicep curl in and 1 hammer curl. But if you just keep telling yourself, curl, rotate, down, or up, rotate, down, up, rotate, down, you're gonna get the move. Try not to overthink it. Zottoman curls, I believe, are a little bit different, but we're just gonna go with it. And we're gonna call them Zottoman curls. There's some moves in the fitness space that don't have a specific name to them, and I don't know why. 2, 1, and rest. Next we have 90-degree lat raises. So what that looks like, normal lat raises are straight out to the side. 90 degrees, we're actually gonna bend our arms at 90 degrees, and we're lifting up through the elbows, okay? We got 5 seconds. 2, 1, and go. So this creates a shorter lever for any of my physics nerds out there, so it makes it easier to lift up, okay? Shorter lever, easier to lift up. You may even feel it in your shoulders a little bit more. And remember, the forearms are staying still. We're lifting through the elbow, right? It's like our arms are one unit. I see some people try to lead through their wrists, lead through those elbows. 5 seconds. We only got 3 more moves after this, guys. 2, 1, and rest. All right, next up we have pinwheel curls. So pinwheel curls are curling at a right angle, palms facing towards you. So it's a very flat curl. You're kind of curling up against your body. 2, 1, and go. And when I get that right angle, I really squeeze my bicep, keeping my elbow tight to my side. Again, just the forearms moving. I always kind of think of like Popeye when I do these. I don't know why, it just feels like a move that Popeye would do. Almost there, guys. We got 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. All right, move 14 and 15. We're gonna do 90 lat raises. And again, I made up the name of this move because I researched it and I could not find a formal name for these. So 1 arm forward, 1 arm's to the side. We're lifting at the same time, then alternating. 1, and go. So it's kind of like a side and front raise. the same time. The reason I called them 90-90s is because if you were to look at me from above, it would look like a 90-degree angle. And we're doing a 90 and a 90. "15 seconds. Are we breathing? Are we bracing our core? The last move, we got 5 seconds. We're gonna head to the mat for 2, 1, and rest. All right, last move is gonna be a tricep press with a pulse. Tricep moves in the fitness world seem to be very repetitive, so it's hard to get creative with the tricep moves, but I do enjoy this one. So tricep press, bringing the arms forward like a 90-degree angle. 2, 1, and go, with a little pulse at the bottom for an added extra burn. So see, again, I'm bringing my elbows forward, not straight down. If I were doing like a chest press or something, that's how we activate the triceps. You're doing great, guys. You're almost there. You should pat yourself on the back because we just did 15 minutes of some arm work. 2, 1, and rest. All right, you can set your dumbbells down. That will wrap up our workout, okay? And that's going to be a wrap for shoulders, bis, and tris. All right, so thank you for joining me. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you never miss another workout video again. Until next time, guys, I hope you got a great arm workout, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.